I came to bring the pain.
Yeah, what's going down, people? It's that boy Treezy here, bringing you a little FUBAR walkthrough for Chapter 1 from Spec Ops: The Line's main campaign. Now, of course, I'll be covering all chapters. The game's not massively hard, but it's kind of made harder thanks to the shitty cover system, which is just annoying as hell. And you know what I mean, the enemies can be really accurate, but on the whole, you know what I mean, general hints and tips is, well, the main thing straight away, take your time, you know what I mean, there's no rush, so to speak. Always be grateful for the cover that you can use, abuse your squad, you know what I mean, and you should be pretty much straight. I'm going through the whole game right now. I'd already done almost all the chapters on FUBAR, but the stuff I'd already recorded had kind of gone a bit weird. The video quality weren't so great. I think it's because I was doing too much on my computer at once at the times that I was recording, a bit like the multiplayer match that I put up recently on YouTube. So doing the whole thing again, but that's not all bad in a way, because at least now, you know what I mean, second or third time doing it, I can really craft a good walkthrough, so to speak. Now, first level, not too bad. Again, you're always wanting to appreciate your cover. Take your time, don't leave your head out for too long, because these guys will kill you pretty sharpish. And you know, it's standard that it gets aggravating having to reload checkpoints all the time. So keeping it basic as hell in the first mission. If this is, well, I was about to say if this is your first playthrough, but you need to play through the game on suicide mission difficulty first to unlock FUBAR difficulty. So you should be familiar with your controls, how your squad works, what each squad member does, what they specialise in and whatnot, you know what I'm saying. I always use them no matter what, you know what I mean. I also use the squad command feature just to help me, you know, kind of spot enemies. I also like to try and execute enemies when I get the chance, because this allows you, well, this will reward you with ammo for whatever weapon they were carrying. And I always, you know what I mean, you've always got to scavenge for ammo on this game. Ammo is like not something to be wasted. So with the aiming's pretty straightforward from when you're shooting from cover, because as you can see, you've got the crosshairs before your hard aim, give you like a rough indication of, you know what I mean, your center shot basically. And then as soon as you come out to hard aim, 90% of the time you'll be locked on unless you turn your camera as you're going up. So you can always line up a good shot before you pop out of cover. With this bit here, as you're coming up to the turret, try and get the turret to fire at your squad, you know what I mean, divert the attention away from yourself before you go on the flank, because, you know what I mean, like I said, it'll rip you apart in seconds, you know what I'm saying. You've got to be really careful. I just want to show you that that explosive barrel was actually behind the turret as well, if you want to use that when you go around on the flank. With this part here, take these guys out yourself if you want to. Obviously you can put your suppressor on, let your squad do their thing as well. Now there's the kind of like, there's no real stealth to the game. There's a couple of parts where you do a bit of sneaky with your suppressor on and shit, but it's pretty pointless, to be honest, because I'll talk about it more in that level, but there's a certain area where there's a good opportunity to wipe out a whole room of enemies in stealth, but they just auto spot you basically. Pretty shit. So in the moments where you are advised, so to speak, to use your suppressor, use it if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Once they spot you, that's it. It's kind of systematically, um, it kind of systematically kicks in to like full awareness mode after you'll get a couple of stealth kills in certain areas. Um, and again, this part here, you know, still taking my time. This bit's fairly easy. What you need to watch out for though is as you progress up into the plane, there'll be a friendly soldier that comes down the stairs first. He's getting shot by the enemy, and then the enemies come down the stairs as well after him. So just be aware of that too. As you can see there, you can use the stun commando feature. Um, Basically, your squad guys will throw a flashbang at whoever the commando is. Sometimes it's hard to recognize because that's not an option that you can use all the time. You can only use that when that pops up. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, as soon as it does, quickly use it. That'll stun the commando and any enemies within range. That gives you a good chance to move from cover to cover or wipe out a few enemies, whatever you want to do. But it's just opportunities like that you really got to take full advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Because I think with the way this game is, you know what I mean, a lot of people are going to get quite frustrated with how the cover works. So you really got to take your time and try and adapt to exactly how the cover system works with this. You know what I'm saying? Because in some of the later levels, you can't afford to be caught out in the open at all, and in some parts of levels where you've no choice but to be out in the open, shit gets sweaty. This is a part, for example. Now there's no cover. I need to come up these stairs and turn around to face these guys, but there's no cover between the end of the stairs and the cover that enemy's actually on. So you can see here, I'm just playing like peekaboo, so to speak. I tried sending my squad in first. You know what I mean? That's always a good way to approach things. Sometimes they'll knock out the enemy no problem, sometimes they don't, no biggie, you know what I mean. That's your first two chances to clear the room. If not, it's down to the best shooter out of the team, which is you. So as you can see here, obviously be careful of that guy to your left, but you should be taking your time anyway, so he shouldn't be a problem. You'll get about 5 or 6 guys in this next room. Again, I'm taking my time, I'm staying a couple of covers back. Not that the enemy really tends to charge on your position. They never really bother to close in on you, violate your privacy, violate your space, you know what I'm saying? And even when they do, you can just hit the B button once, they'll drop to the ground. Pardon, that's my phone. They'll drop to the ground and you can either execute them or just spray them with a few bullets and they'll die. So as soon as this room's clear, your AI guys will press forward, and with the last part, one of the Alpha Squad members is being, well, about to be executed. All you got to do here, it kicks into slow-mo as soon as you fire your shot off. Just wipe out all 3 guys. Again, it's going slow motion, aim high, take them all out, and that's chapter 1 complete. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.